is everyone this afternoon? Everyone good? Yeah? Everyone really, really good? Yeah? I'm fine too, thanks for asking. Okay, my name's Jim. What we're going to do for the next half hour or so, we're going to muck about with these two animals that we have on stage here and just explain a few things about how nature works and how we can actually use nature in the training of our animals and how we actually do some of these things. Now the first thing that you must realise is what we saw going on there is the most unnatural thing that you'll see. That is an alpaca, which is a prey animal, being led along by a predator in the dog. Now, Mother Nature, she was very, very clever. She only made two sorts of animals, those that eat things and those that get eaten. She did. And she made a very, very simple way of being able to determine which one's which. And it's all to do with the eyes. If your eyes are in the front of your head, you're a predator. That means you've been put on this earth to eat things. If your eyes are in the side of your head, you've been put on the earth to be eaten by the things with the eyes in the front of their head. That's it. Only two sorts, eat or be eaten. Now, we're lucky as humans, we've evolved to a point where we know, or we have the choice of which animals we would like to eat and which ones we wouldn't. Bindi, come here. Can you say hello? What was that? Say hello. Yeah, good girl. Now, Bindi said she's the star of the show. Stop talking about the alpaca. Is that right? Okay. Now, Bindi, she first came to us about 15 months ago. What happened was the people that had her, they thought she was uncontrollable and untrainable. They thought she was slightly imbalanced. They were going to balance her up with half an ounce of lead behind the left ear, but she came to us instead. And she actually hasn't turned out too bad, all things considered. She is a very, very nervous dog and doesn't like strangers. But she's quite happy to be up here with me, and so long as I'm around, life is good. Because I'm the leader of her pack. And that's why she relates to me better than most. Don't you, Bub? Bindi, are you a good girl? Yeah. Very sweet, aren't you? And Kerry here, to be able to train him, I had to become the protector of his herd, or the leader of the herd. Very simple philosophies, but they do work extremely well. Scratch. Now, that'll do. No, I said that'll do. Okay. That's pretty clever, isn't it? I'd like to be able to do that. Good on you, kids. Okay, now, Bindi, she thinks she's pretty smart. How smart are you? Okay, she's pretty smart, aren't you? I want you to go and sit on a chair. Bindi, find a chair. Yeah, this one. Bindi, there you go. Sit on that chair. Good girl. Bindi, table. Bindi, no, chair. On the chair. Oh! That's nearly a chair. She wanted an alpaca covered lounge. Good girl. Up here, Bindi. Now, what we saw there was a very natural action from the dog, jumping up onto the back of the alpaca. As a predator, that's how she would pull down her game if she was a wild animal. Jump up onto the back, dig the old claws in, pull them down to the ground and have a munch. Very unnatural reaction because the alpaca stood there for it. The reason that that happens is this dog, I'm the leader of the pack, it's not going to go for a kill without my say-so. This one knows that I'm not going to let that one actually do it any harm. So there's a lot of trust things that you have to build up with your animals as you go along. And consistency is probably a big one. Now, I need a volunteer. Hand up if you want to be a volunteer. Yeah? Minnie Mouse. Up here, Minnie.
Talia.
Talia. Now you take this bit of apple and you give it to that alpaca. I think you like that, do it again. I think you really like that, you better do it again. Okay, now there's one piece left. Now what I want you to do is to have a look at his top lip when you're feeding this piece. You have a look at his top lip, it's actually split and he can work either side independently, and he uses those like little fingers, so when he's out grazing and browsing he can actually pick exactly what it is he wants. Now Mindy's just given you a seal of approval, so that's pretty good. She must think that you're good enough to do something with her mate the alpaca. Do you want to try something? Now, can you see his knee? I want you to touch his front knee there. We'll just move him over here so he's got somewhere to go. Now you come around here. I want you just to touch his knee. That's it. Keep going. Touch it again. Touch his leg. That's pretty good, isn't it? Well, you can give him a cuddle now. You give him a big cuddle. Go like that. That's it. Look up there for the camera. Okay, what we'll need to do, we'll get rid of these two here. But instead of causing commotion, we'll just lead him off around the back here, I think. What do you reckon? Would you like to lead Kerry for me? Will you hold his rope? You follow him this way. He cares. Come on, mate. Come on. That's it, you just pull him along. He'll follow you. What's happened? He stopped. What? Do you think we can make him go? Hey, you stay there. I'll have a chat to him. I speak fluent alpaca, folks. Back. Kerry, walk on. There we go, you take his lead again, now he'll come. Come, Boo. Okay, now just get him to here. Now let him jump off straight. Now Talia, you just come around this side. Let go of his rope for me for a second. Come on, Kiss. There you go, Fred. Okay, now Talia, I need you to come back down here. You go back up there and sit with Mum for a minute. I'm going to get you back down in a little while, okay? Now, what we're going to do, we're going to shear this animal. When we get it up here, we're going to get it up here onto the table. We're going to hobble it up. We're going to stretch it out. We're going to whop it off it. Well, maybe not quite like that. What we're going to do, we're going to bring the animal up here nice and calmly and quietly. We're going to get it up onto the table. Then we're going to use these soft ropes and hobbles to restrain the animal. We'll pull it out between these two posts. The reason we do that, these animals are not shaped like sheep. You can't hang on to them and shear them the same way we do sheep. If you try to do that, you're going to hurt yourself, the animal, and all the people that are around you. So what we've done, we've got this method. We bring them up, we put them onto the table, hobble them up, somebody hangs onto the head, and we try to keep ourselves as calm as possible because the animals will feed off our emotion, the same as what horses or anything like that does. But we're not going to throw it onto the table, we're going to ask the table to lift it up for us. So the animal will come up onto the board, we'll strap him to the table, hit the switch, and up he comes. We used to shear the animals on a big foam mat, but we found that this is actually a lot less stressful on the animal than even that the big mat method. Now I'll just come down here and get the back end of him. Glenn's got the front end. He's done a good job on the front end. We might have to call him a mechanic, a front end specialist. Okay. Now we'll just ask this animal to walk up here onto the stage. Now this animal that we have is not a trained animal. But it's straight out of the paddock. Okay. She is part of it.
好像了一家人。我靠，草泥马大哥，你能配合一下？给他把旁边的那个黑衣服的。对。吓死我了。
四個都好似佢個仔咁。
好残忍啊！对呀。
打一個啊！拉一下筋兒，
拉一下筋。
他們去拎走以後。
Okay, not everything always goes according to plan. You do get the odd oopsie. Now we will get this animal back into, roll him over, lure over onto the other side. Drop the head. Bring it over this year. Where's that ear, please? Now we do use exactly the same equipment to shear an alpaca as we do to shear a sheep. Same hand piece, same comb, same colour. Nothing there actually changes. A couple of things during the shearing operation which are a bit different. But there are a lot of things the same. One of the things that is very different about shearing an alpaca to a sheep is when we get to this section here around the tail. On a sheep, we're going to shear it to the skin all the way over. The alpaca, we leave a little bit there on the tail. That's because this is a breeding female. There's something under there that we want to protect from the sun, and it gives it just a little bit of modesty at the same time. This area of the fleece that we're taking off now, this is where the premium, the high value fibre comes from. And this is what we call the saddle. We were shearing this animal for commercial fibre harvest. We would roll her over now and shear down the other side. Now we're not doing it for commercial purposes, so we're going to change our method here just a little bit. Now with this setup that you see here, the team of young guys that I have around me out here at the moment are capable, we are capable as a unit of shearing around about 100 animals a day using this table. Even though this animal played up a little bit there at the start, you can see it didn't take much to really get it hobbled up under control in a situation that makes it a lot safer for her and also for all of us that are around. Get a bit of this neck done here. Interesting fact about not only alpacas but all of the mammal group, of which humans are part of. Anything that suckles its young is known as a mammal. We all have the same number of vertebrae in our neck, regardless of the length. Up here around the head's another area where we don't take it all off, we just give it a bit of a trim. That enables the animal then have a wee bit of coverage over its eyes when we are dealing with the harsh Australian climate. Come on, big girl. Okay, now where are you going, Talia? Up you come. Come right around here. A lot of people ask if these animals are drugged or anything like that prior to a shearing. No, they're not, I can guarantee you. Okay, up you get. Oh, stand on the bale, mate. Come over here. Grab hold of that machine. You ready? How's that? That's pretty good. Okay, there we go. And there's some wool that you shore off the alpaca. Give her a big clap, folks. Okay, you can go back down now. Okay, Jack, just remove that bale now. Now, because this animal is a little bit upset with the whole process today, we're just going to finish shearing it off. We're going to bring Kerry, the alpaca, back out. He'll come out, he's going to stand in front of that display case where there's some beautiful garments. And he'll be there to eat apple for everybody, have their photo taken, and all the kids can give Kerry a great big cuddle. We normally let the kids have a little bit of a shear, but I just don't think it's worth the extra stress on the animal or ourselves, so we'll just bring Kerry back out. Now we're going to get this animal off this table as quick as we can. Jack, just take your hand, please.
很没有自信的，他的马都给人剃掉了，
没有衣服了。不会，下来不会。冲走吧。
淡定了。
Will you boys?
他站不动吗？
干嘛不站起来？心里有
他没有自信了。
就觉得自己剪了头，长得不好看。
Now the boys will get that animal back, like we said, over there into the...
好大力啊！
There we go. Now turn around and put her in the right direction. She'll go. Okay, folks, like we said, that is not a trained animal at all. What's coming out is a trained animal. This one loves apple, he loves people and he loves kids. Anyone that wants to go up, have their photo taken with Kerry, feeding him a bit of apple, please do so. We're going to be back here at 3:30.